Up there, you asked him to remove his glasses. Why?
I just want to look him in the eyes. You know, his eyes were covered with his glasses, but I mean, it's what it is. You want to cover his eyes, that's cool.
Yeah, being from LA, I know you're familiar with Kobe Bryant,
Sure.
Mamba mentality.
It's my GOAT.
Do you use any of that, like in the ring, or does it inspire you in training?
Definitely. You know, I love watching his interviews, the way he, you know, handles the media, the way he just carried himself, man. You know, like I said, that's my GOAT, and yeah, Mamba mentality for sure.
If or when you win the fight this weekend, you know, there's Shiraz out there. When would that take place, if anything? And what would you do differently to win that fight compared to Berlanga?
I just feel like me and Berlanga are two completely different fighters, two completely different skill sets, and you know, that's a fight with Shiraz that I would love. Another fight is Munguia, you know, and I feel in all those fights I'd come out on top. But for now, you know, I'm 100% locked in on Sadjo and taking care of business this Saturday.
What challenges do you think Sadjo poses being the smaller, lighter fighter?
You know, just being short, you know, obviously getting under my punches and trying to get on the inside. But, you know, we prepared for everything that he can bring. And yeah, come Saturday night, I think we'll have an answer for anything that he tries.
At yesterday's presser, it seemed like he was speaking in Spanish. What was he saying to you?
He was calling me a puta and saying just stuff like that in Spanish, you know. But I saw fear in his eyes. And you know, I know that he knows he's never been in there with anyone like me. You know, if you look at his box rec, you know, all the guys he's fought have tons of losses, you know. So I think he feels the pressure of going up against an undefeated fighter like me.
Does that give you the incentive to stop him based off the fact that he disrespected you?
Not really. You know, before that even occurred, you know, I came with the mentality of, you know, I'm gonna get him out of there. I'm gonna do what I have to do to punish him and make him pay for anything that he tries. And you know, I'm the type of fighter that I don't ever let anything like that get under my skin. And you know, I'm here to do what I do, and that's go to work and get the win.
So what made you switch teams?
You know, just coming back to my home in LA, you know, I have great people who've been backing me up in LA, and they're all here with me. We had a tremendous training camp, and now it's go time. You know, I feel super happy with my team and the work we did, and I feel like you guys are going to see a great performance this Saturday.
It's been rumored you might fight Jaime Munguia next year. How do you feel about that?
Man, that's an honor for me to be mentioned with a great fighter like him. You know, that's a dream come true for me. You know, I feel at this point in my career, that's the type of fight that I'm missing to really solidify me as a star in the division. And man, I'd be super happy to share the ring with Jaime Munguia.
You said you and your brother used to spar a lot and get into it sometimes too much, where your dad had to stop y'all from sparring.
Yeah.
Who landed the hardest shot on each other all the times that y'all sparred?
Oh, we both did, to be honest. Like, my brother, obviously, he's always like 100 pounds heavier than me. And I feel like we worked really well because, you know, I was obviously the faster, more athletic, you know, move around guy using my jab and stuff. And he was a come forward, you know, trying to take my head off. And I just get him frustrated, you know, with my jab and my movement. And I feel like he learned a lot sparring with me, you know, fighting a guy who could really box and use my jab, like I said. And for him to come forward and just try to take my head off all the time. Like sometimes, even when I block a punch, like it'll hurt my neck so bad because he was just so strong as a heavyweight. But yeah, we used to spar a lot growing up, you know, because that's just what it was. You know, we were trying to get better, and now, you know, I'm super happy with how his journey is going. I think he's going to do great things in the heavyweight division as well.
We also saw you with your daughter right after the weigh-in. Talk to us about how she motivates you.
Oh, yeah, my little baby, she's my world, you know. My baby Divine, ever since she came into the world, you know, I feel like it changed my whole life. You know, I have a completely different purpose and a completely different drive when it comes to my career and how far I want to get. You know, even before she was born, I knew what I wanted out of life, out of this boxing business. And you know, to have her, it just, you know, made me lock in 100 times more. And I'm super happy. You know, she's already going to be 2. It's crazy, but yeah, that's my baby for sure.
Congrats.
You made weight relatively easy. How long do you think you'll stay at 168? And then, depending on how far Canelo retires, is that maybe a fight you'll like in the future?
Definitely, man. That's a dream fight for me. That's the greatest boxer of my era, you know. So I grew up watching all his fights. idolizing him as a kid, so to be able to one day share the ring with him or to even be in the same conversation with Canelo, it's amazing, and it shows that, my hard work has paid off, and it makes me happy. And making 168 is very easy for me. I haven't even thought about moving up yet. I feel really good at the weight. I want to become a undisputed champion at 168 before I even consider moving up in weight.
Is there any particular guys that you're looking at down the road, like a hit list, like the Pacheco hit list, like any guys you're looking at in particular that you want to smoke with?
Honestly, like nothing personal with anyone in the division, but I want to fight all the top guys. Like I said, Jaime Munguia, I feel is a fight that I would love just because he has a great following in LA and obviously in Mexico as well. And I feel like that's the type of fight that I'm missing, to get to that superstar level. And honestly, besides Canelo, I feel like he has the biggest name when it comes to boxing followers and putting butts in the seats in the stadiums.
Last question for me. Next week, Miami, Jake Paul. Do you give him any shot against Anthony Joshua?
No, I do not. Anthony Joshua is a real champion. He's a gold medalist Olympic champion, so it's going to be real tough for Jake Paul. But, man, hopefully he has a little success and it's a good fight. Hopefully he doesn't get knocked out in the first round.